Even tonight, this is a difficult Florida State team. Their next game, they're on the road to Duke, and can't get there in Durham until you take care of business in Tallahassee. So it should be a tough, hard-fought game.
In the white here at home, in front of a great crowd expected from the Tucker Center. Baba Miller, a lob for Jalen Worley. On the reload was met by P.J. Hall. Joe Girard and Chase Hunter, part of that great backcourt. Worley had the block on Hall, and Chauncey Wiggins is short. Back into the starting lineup. And Watkins and Green are the top two scorers for the Deep Noles.
I bet you P.J. Hall hadn't had a shot blocked by a point guard at the rim in a long time, maybe never.
Not a lot of 6'7" point guards. Girard at 15 a game, gets it back from Ian Shefflin. Number 2 in rebounding in the league, and he can step out and stroke it as well. And Coral Gables, and they never trailed in that game. Jalen Worley, the point guard you mentioned, playing a lot better recently, and he's got a bucket. One of the last unbeaten teams in the country.
And Clemson here switched to the zone. You and I talked about this.
Green hits a deep one. Why zone? Why does that work, and why do you expect to see it from Clemson?
Because it's no secret, Florida State struggles from behind the three-point line. And
Hall with a slam. And kicks it out to Baba Miller. It's only been 2% zone, according to Synergy from Clemson this year. Watkins with a follow-up.
Just getting at the basket, getting to the mid-range shots and scoring, just like that.
And the Noles, meanwhile, only 33% from 3 this season. Hall plus a foul, and a chance at 3 for P.J. Hall.
You don't want to switch because of this reason right here. He buries your guards or your wings on the perimeter.
Georgia Tech did go for 15 threes, and in both those games, Clemson really struggled from deep. And Shefflin's got it underneath and has it blocked by Miller. Clemson's bench is insistent that the pass landed out of bounds. Worley on the drive and a chance at 3, and Brad Brownell is steaming mad. Missed opportunity, and that is a huge swing. Kicks it, Shefflin rises. Airballs this one, run down, shot clock doesn't reset, and turned over. Worley picked it, and lays it in. With Hall seated right now, he's got 1 foul. R.J. Godfrey's been in the game. Hunter got stripped. Godfrey muscles it up for 2.
They have at least 15 fouls to designate to P.J. Hall.
Beadle on the baseline out of bounds from Chase Hunter. There's Chandler Jackson, sophomore guard from Memphis, who loves to get into the mid-range. Cam Corrin tipped it out. Bowen swirls it out, and Jackson follows. Taylor Bowen with a handoff for Jackson. Corrin sets the screen for the Georgetown transfer, Primo Spears, who is bouncing and loves the mid-range. Jalen Gainey, 33 and white. Into the game is a big replacing Corrin as Jackson hovers and heads.
Just play hard, defend, and let the ball find you on the offensive end.
Wiggins with the shot clock winding down, gets the roll, and the second 3 for Clemson.
You need to protect P.J. Hall and challenge this Florida State team to start knocking down some threes.
Again, just 33% from 3 for Florida State, but Spears knifing into the mid-range again. Now, you mentioned threes from the front line. All 4 three-point attempts are from the bigs, and Hunter to the rack, and Chase Hunter with his first points today. There's Wiggins. Hall comes up to get it. He's been so good with his shot fake from the top of the key this year, but Bowen with the block.
With the pressure and the size issues that Florida State presents, his skill set and his best game is needed.
Miller, a lob for Green against the Clemson zone.
You know, he played 15 games a year ago, and then this year he comes in and now he's played 16, 17 games. So, you know, it's essentially a full year for him.
Clark knocks down a corner 3. 5-1 in the ACC, all alone in second after NC State lost earlier today. Carolina, by the way, survived against BC. Leineck got free and got it from Clark.
Live with the effort.
Spears turns it over. Dylan Hunter's running. Girard's calling for it. He hoists and hits. Joe Girard has entered the chat with his first point.
I think that's the most surprising thing of all.
Offensively for their part. Shot it well from 3 in this first half. 4 for 8. Tied at 28 as Miller goes driving for 2.
Prior to the timeout, Florida State had gotten a little sloppy with some turnovers.
Green, tough shot. Girard the rebound. Girard motors ahead. Too strong, and Clark cleans it up. Hall comes up to get it. And a face-up on Darin Green. And P.J. Hall going to work for 2. To be determined amount of time. Randolph says the fans watching need a raise. Here's Chauncey Wiggins rising up, and he buries a triple. Looking for an answer. Here's their top scorer, Jamir Watkins, slicing and scoring over Hall. Here's the second bucket. Darin Green right behind him with 6. Watkins driving on. Hall takes the contact plus a foul. And now Watkins. Worley moves it. Green connects. Dylan Hunter with a floater. Midway through the shot clock, trying to initiate the offense. Hunter going one-on-one with Jackson. Shefflin got a seal in the slam. Here's a look at Shefflin getting the post positioning. Shefflin's calling for it. He's got the mismatch with Spears. They go high-low. Shefflin the catch and the finish.
He shut me down for 10 minutes, man.
Not by choice. You were powered down. I'm getting texts saying, are you doing this game alone? Is Randolph alive? Watkins slicing and finishing. Florida State's got it down by 9. And Green saw the opening and gets the roll.
Here comes the ball screen. Now you saw that time Florida State didn't switch it.
So Hall's got a big on him. Dylan Hunter knocks one down. Even in their 4 ACC losses, games that could have swung the other way, certainly Tuesday against Georgia Tech. Here's a long ball for Josh Beadle on the inbounds, and Beadle gets his own miss.
Look at the high-low action again with P.J. Hall. It's just going to be too easy there.
With Spears on him, Hall muscles it over him, and is saying, keep feeding me.
And he's going to punish the switch. Now they're slowing the game down. They're going to come back in that zone, and they're going to identify and find Green.
That was left open for Spears, one of his hot spots. So let's talk through this and see if the ball screen comes and a switch or not. Clark's up to get it. Yep. Now Gerard, a deep one. Knocks it down!
P.J. Hall gets it that late. That time they would switch up. It's getting out late with Gerard.
Spears in transition. Pat and roll out. And Hall the rebound. Gerard calling for it. Beadle keeps it and finishes.
And as we talked about it before at shoot-around, this is, you gotta challenge this Florida State team this way.
Watkins sticks a 3.
It's great defense there by P.J. Hall, being able to challenge the shot and not foul. Spears was looking for contact there.
Beadle and a foul. What a take by Josh Beadle.
You could tell this is taught. Shield Watkins off, jumps into Baba Miller, so he can't block the shot.
He has matched a career high with 10 points off the bench for the Tigers. Green gave it up for Miller. Move for Worley. Back to Miller. Hits. And he said, we're struggling to guard the ball. Well, you got the midweek bye, yes, and then you get Duke next weekend. What do you do to fix those things? Are those things fixable, or is your personnel your personnel?
Do I load up and play high major teams, or do I play a bunch of low major teams and beat them by 50? You talk about sportsmanship and so many things of that nature, and it brings into a lot of things.
Too strong from Watkins, and then Hall nearly turned it over. Hunter, the exclamation. And that should just about do it here at the Tuck.
Got their bigs going, took care of the basketball, controlled the paint, which is not easy to do against Florida State team. Great job by the Clemson Tigers.